What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? We on live. It took me a little bit of time to come on because these these Apple products be having updates. So right at the last minute, right when I'm about to go live, they gotta verify your passwords and all them types of things. So but tonight we got Famo. He's on right now, and we'll do like how we been doing, or just last night how we been doing. We'll take calls. It's an actual number that you can call, and if you have something to add to the conversation, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, what's up, people? Yeah, like we said, this Fabo, I ain't been on here in a while, but like I always say, I still been keeping my ears to what's going on.
Right.
I probably missed the last couple live streams, but I just gotta listen to the other half. I was half, and half, and then got busy doing some other stuff,
Right.
but it's
So I see some people's already showing up. Hey, let it be known who you are, so we can get this conversation going. If you want to just throw something in the chat, or if you want to actually hit the hotline and get to speaking.
I know we already talked about that what's his name, Snitch Nine, like Williams.
Right.
But then a lot of people, the people of course been hearing about that. What's the brother Antonio Brown, man? How they trying to railroad him, man?
Oh yeah.
Which is a bunch of man. And it's like, man, is it like he basically said that he's getting blackballed, which is probably, it's probably what it is.
Right. I guess think about it. They're throwing everything at him because they don't want him to be like what's the one brother that did the kneeling?
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, they don't want any kind of they don't want him to be able to flip any type of angle to go against them people. So they're throwing everything but I would say everything but the kitchen sink, but even the kitchen sink.
And if y'all don't know, but we too, he had got signed with the New England Patriots. You know what happened? That was that same owner that got caught with the soliciting stuff, right?
Oh, it sure was.
Yeah, the Robert Kraft, remember?
Right.
And the Antonio Brown said, yeah, they don't want me around because, they don't, basically he said the other day, like, they don't want me to speak on certain stuff. He's like, I got owners soliciting for this and that.
Right. And you notice, ain't nobody really said no more about that after that situation happened.
Well, you know what they said? That he had to probably, remember, we're going to have him do some speaking engagements and
yes, some old watered down as stuff. Yeah.
Speaking engagements, so we can do like at least a couple of hours of community service. I'm like, that's called a speaking engagement. What are you talking about?
Right.
Because he said he admitted that what he did. So last time I checked it, I guess if you're not, they're not melanated,
that, and you pay off the right people.
Right.
But like when you're melanated, sometimes it don't even matter. Because look at Bill Cosby; he got all the money in the world. It didn't matter. They wanted him.
And they said and then I just heard Antonio Brown brother that he said he's done with football, man. He said that they guaranteed him money and then they unguaranteed it. He said, how do you do that if it's guaranteed? It's written. It's in papers that I get this guaranteed money.
Right.
Whatever happens, even if y'all cut me or this and that, but it's guaranteed money.
Right.
That's what he's kind of fighting for now.
Mm-hmm.
He said, how do you unguarantee a guarantee?
Right. Now, like if you've seen the thumbnail, I don't know if you've seen the thumbnail, but I titled the title because usually I don't have a topic, but I'm gonna try to start one tonight. When is enough enough?
Okay,
yeah. And let's think about it like this. I won't say you have to put out what exactly went down, but you could touch around it, like the situation you kind of went through today. It's a point where you come to when is enough with whatever you got going on within life.
But I just told you that earlier.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, when's
Yeah.
when's the straw that broke the camel's back? You know, what type of situation has to arise where you be like, nah, I'm done.
I would say the black and whites pulling up to your resident house.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, you know the black and whites. You know what you call them, call them strawberry blueberries pulling up.
Yeah,
Like,
blueberries and cherries. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
yeah, blueberries and cherries. Just yeah, pull it up. Say asking about asking about somebody that's of course ain't no sense. I'm just saying like this shit have been why are they coming here with this with. This supposed to be cool over it, So basically, I'm trying to put it in different words.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's really does. But yeah, it's supposed to be kind of cool where this is at. Where none of this legal activity ain't going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like why? That's what would be enough for me or something or
Now it's some comments that done came through. Lowe's in here. He said, "What's up, Reek? What's up, famo?" And then Choice came in and said, "What's good, fam?"
What's up, brother?
Hey, and like I said, I mean, we got the moderators up in here, the regulars. I might as well drop that hotline number if anybody wants to, hit the hotline. But I mean, I just seen the regulars in there. There's more than that that's actually up in here, but nobody's speaking. So I'm waiting for someone else to be like, "Hey, Rick, I'm ready to, give me the hotline or whatever," and we can make this thing crack whatever direction you want to take it.
But yeah, Rick, I'm trying to, not really because what happened earlier, because I'm still kind of on that, but nothing did happen. But like you said, bringing it, stuff get brought. I'm gonna say one more time, y'all people. Stuff get brought over to where maybe they think this is hot, the hot area when it's not. Like we all,
right?
Nah, man, we don't got that. Ain't that over here? What you talking about?
Right.
And it's like this, that, and the third. Like,
matter of fact, that makes me think of that time when you said the Chester Cheater got picked up for something else, and them people like, yeah, he's a Chester, and like, what?
Right.
I didn't know that dude was a Chester. He a Chester molester? Yeah. What? Niggas don't be filling you in on the full details. Go ahead.
Like, no, can I go? Yeah, because it was, I would just tell y'all, man, it's one of our family members' best friend. And we look at this dude, how we do look at him as like, one of our family members, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
We didn't know till we heard, the boys like, yeah, who's this? I had to be like, no, this dude here is my brother. They're like, okay, because the other one is this dude. I'm like, what? Talking about, he got a case with it, some other,
Right.
Well, how can I word that right? Can I just say it out? Shit.
I said Chester the molester.
Dude was dude. We found out dude was a Chester molester, and we've been knowing this cat for years. And we shocked like, what? Who? Yeah. They're like, yeah. Like they're talking about my brother was cool. Like, oh, we just pulled. He ain't got no word, but the other dude is this, and the dude has been the same. My brother's like best friend said, "Oh, but yeah, but I'm registered."
Wow.
We didn't know even what.
Right.
Like, what? Like, wait a minute. And my brother was so with the shock factor. He's like, wait a minute, what? And I'm shocked with I'm like, what? I'm like, because my brother's in the back. I'm worried about my brother. Like, okay, what's going on? Why y'all got my brother? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they happen to pull out this bad car. And I'm like, huh? We never knew, but we never addressed it really, because we kind of like, what? And we just, do we hear what you heard? And then this person didn't away from my brother for months. We didn't see him for months.
Right. Now, Pimpin' One said, be right up under your nose nowadays. And then Williams came in. He said, "What's going on, peoples?" He said, "I'm just tuning in."
What you said, Pimpin' One, what? Yeah, man. Because you know what? Yeah, and I done found out about some other brothers that that be out here just strong. Like, yeah, I'm doing this and that, and Ricky is just strong, and then I'm doing this, and then you find out this, that, and that.
Yeah, their jacket is revealing something else about them. that they ain't really chopped up and told you about. So, you know, when they say, yeah, I went to the pen and did these things, you know, when you know, say you just a random traffic stop, like, yeah, it shows you're not supposed to be in this area. I'm like, why ain't he supposed to be in this area? Because he's supposed to register. I'm like, well, register? Like, well, you talking about register the car? No, he's a sex offender. I'm like, whoa, you didn't tell me that, partner.
Right. Because like I said, they'll do it so, whatever. Like I said, at this, you know, anybody knows that it's public record, man.
Right.
It gotta be like, it's public record. But you in, it'd be like, okay, what happened? And like I said, I don't know people that was looking at something else. I was like, damn, this flashed across. Like, I'm like, what the?
Right, like, damn, I went to school with this cat, or that's my one people's little brother. Like, guys, damn, they really living like this? They really forcing themselves off on women? I mean, come on. Because some of that is for forcing themselves off on women where they get that jacket.
Yep. Like, force it and do it all this. Like, I'm not with it. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I don't know. But I'm like, no, I've never had to force nothing, man.
Right.
If it's going, it's going. If it's not, then all right.
Right. Keep it moving. That away.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Let me,
But it was something else that just went on, too, about something, man. Something else that just went on, man. I'm trying to think.
I was gonna say you didn't get time to catch up to that the live from last night, huh?
No, I didn't get a chance to catch up to it. No. You know, I like to do that all. You know, sit back to Bob, you just be like, you know, but.
Now, Pimpin' One said it be them drugs that be having these guys thirsty like that. It be drugs, and it be that they ain't got no kind of charisma about themselves too.
Yeah.
You know, they assume that they can you know, okay, they feel okay. I'm at a certain age. I got, you know, these, you know, trinkets or whatever. I should be able to, you know, get a woman with ease. But it's not like that. You gotta be I don't know. It got to be something about you. The way you know, say simple sentences and things like that. I mean, it's like not one thing you can pinpoint to say this is what you got to have. But you can't come off like a weirdo. And half of the time, these dudes, you know, if you listen to, you know, how females talk, like, man, this dude came up to me, he was acting like a weirdo. He was, you know, flashing about his car or, you know, whatever little jury trinkets he had and all this kind of stuff. Really just making themselves self-made targets to be setups, you know, if they messing with the right type of female that, you know, peeps dudes that, you know, move like that.
Yeah, but like you said, it's got to be something about like a little charisma or something there, like you said, something to get, you know, because and then I'm thinking like some of these dudes don't know how to ever take rejection. I mean, y'all done touched on that before.
Right.
But, you know, and then they be like, then they end up doing something, like you said, they don't like rejection, and go ahead and do something else. And like you said, we go trick off with them, and they be like, okay, you were just a trick, so what do you get?
Right, but see, a lot of times they figure, okay, I done bought her a drink, you know, I done bought her this little, whatever, I bought her a little outfit, and now I'm supposed to get something in return. That ain't how it works. You know?
Like you said, and then I'm saying, because, you know, then when that doesn't go, then something gets turned into the incredible, you know, they get all that, like, turn into incredible Hulk.
Right.
Do some other shit, and then you do some other shit, then you end up with a case. Like,
right.
Or you got to register, like, just fucking.
Right.
Like, oh, man.
Don't be around schools. You might be instantly transported to the downtown, wherever you are.
Right. Yeah, Ricky, that's a good thing, too. I'm going to just thinking back and say, yeah, watching who you, wow, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you could be this, my partner and all this, but, you know, does he act the same in this? He could be like,
right. I was going to say, Troy said a rejection is part of it. And you're right.
True, yeah. But I would say, yeah, but Troy, but, you know, of course, like we all know, some brothers don't know how to, that's what I'm saying, they don't know how to take that. And then, you know what I'm saying, they get to doing some other stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, rejection come with it. I'd have been rejected. Yeah.
I think most of everybody that done you know, that subscribe to, you know, trying to get at females have been rejected.
Right.
You can't let that stop you.
Right, you can't let it stop you. See, you got to keep going, and you know, and Rick, what you said, there was a young brother on there talking about your confidence and all that stuff, man. I don't know about that thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, about getting your confidence taken away. Yeah.
Yeah, about your confidence taken away just because you had, you know, came across a couple, maybe a couple or a few that just wasn't digging it. Just digging you, shit.
Right. Now, Choice came back. He said, only one way to take it, like a boss, and keep it pushing. Most definitely.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thanks, yeah. But, and not just what I talk about earlier, but I done heard other little cats, you know, just be like, not even older cats, whatever, just like that, they get kind of frustrated. Like, we know this, you know, this person, you know, he's kind of close. You know, I call him out, but he used to get kind of frustrated coming up, like, man, I just started out. I used to be like, well, man, you can't get frustrated. Like, he would see me get that one a couple, and then they you know, I'd get rejected or something. They cool on me or something. He would get more back. Man, see, that's why this, that, the third. That's why this, that, the third. That's why I can't let this discourage me.
Right.
Just because this happened.
Right.
Just because these couple, trust me, there's going to be something coming. I just can't go back and sit back and, what's that cartoon? Put your hand in the sand. And,
right. Right. Well, what they used to always show them ostriches putting their head in the sand.
Yeah.
when they be feeling defeated.
Yeah, like I can't do that, man. Because that's, like you said, that's not my character to do that. It's first, so it's like I can't just be like, let me just walk up. You know, I'm like, nah, man. He got out of that, but he was just kind of like, man, this and that. I'm like, well.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me catch up with some of these comments. Lowe said, I caught the replay last night. Sir Bree was clowning. Yeah, he was chastising those that were, you know, trying to come in and you know, say, you know, certain things, and you know, he was going in on a topic that he felt that, you know, he needed to speak upon. So.
Right. Yeah, Lo, I'm gonna have to watch that replay the ball or something, man. I'll be listening to it. I'm gonna have to listen to it. Rick was telling me earlier about it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I missed it, man.
Yeah, Lowe says some dudes be intimidated in the first place. And you can tell. It's always funny because it's like if you're in an area where, you know, people's getting action with each other, you know, you can kick back and watch when your homeboy's thinking he's going to shoot a shot and fail miserably. I mean, I know it ain't funny half the time, but then again, half times it do be funny because the way they be, you know, building themselves up to be like, man, I don't be having no issues when I be trying to, you know, spit my elemental piece up out my mouth and everything. But as soon as it comes to, you know, some action getting in front of them, you know, he get to stuttering and don't know what to do. You start getting bashful and sweating and shit.
Hey, Rick and Lo and Choice, man, I got this thing, Rick. I'm gonna tell you, man. I used to go to this club all the time, like local club on Sundays, whatever. But anyway, my homeboy, you know, I call him like a family member too. This is going way back. But anyway, he's in there looking. So he's looking at the bartender, right? Right. Bartender was a big caramel skin. You know, she was. So he's sitting there like, I want her. So the bartender, the guy bartender that was taps, you know, he cool. He taught us on the drinks. So he taps her like, hey, he want to say something to you. Don't you know Fab got there, touch time, Rick, y'all? He was like, she's like, yeah, what's up? And I'm looking like, because he was, because, you know, I would see him get at, you know, he would get at, you know, bars just like that.
Right.
But this one, he got kind of touch time. Like, she got kind of, he's like, so she like, well, what's up, though? He's like, so I introduced myself to her, like, hey, my name is this girl.
Right. Matter of fact, if you ain't got to shoot your shot, pardon me while I get some action at her, right. Since you ain't doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really, because, you know, she said she had to do it all that. But, you know, and I looked at Sam like, man, what happened there? Because usually you be on point, but what happened right here? So the other homeboy, the other guy's like, man, I think she was out here to leave. Because he said, man, because you kind of stopped. He said, you just got frozen.
Fuck that. It ain't never none out your league. Shit, what he look, if he was feeling stuck, to me, if he was feeling stuck, if you at the bar, bartender, send me some more shots. I need some more of this liquid courage to knock this bug up out my ass, or the scariness up out my jaw, so I can really get at her. You know, let me recollect my thoughts on this one.
Because, and like I said, he was, he's family, he's our family too. So, but what I say, usually he be, because we him be there like pop, just popping at it, pop. But this one, the bug, he just had him kind of like, huh? And I'm looking at him and wondering what happened, because he just was like, I'm doing just like, I'm like, man, what happened with that? So I asked him, this how he tried to overlap her when he said, went to his phone. Yeah, see her right here. I'm trying to get her with this one later.
Fuck that.
So
fuck that.
Another homeboy like, nigga, we're talking about right now. You're talking about on a phone.
Right. That's the diversion tactic, because he y'all peep, the kink in his armor. That's all that was.
And I'm looking like, damn. So I'm looking like, what? Even the cool bartender dude starts cracking up like, man, what happened? Oh man, I ain't really too. I'm looking like quit talking about that. I'm like, he happened.
Right, now Lo said he killed his game before he even started. Laugh out loud.
Hey Lo, yeah, you did. Like I said, I told y'all again, I stepped up to the, hey, my name is Jensen. But like I said, oh yeah, that's just cool, I tried to say a little stuff. So hey, let me get one of the beers, you know what I'm saying? So, that's that. That's how I kicked it off. I'm like, hey, my name is, what's your cold beers? That she's kind of like, she had a dude or something. She was kind of interested. So, but he couldn't even say nothing.
Right.
I was shocked. The bro was like, that shit was crazy, I should have said that before I forgot about it, too. It hit me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But that ain't nothing, man. Whatever y'all want to talk about.
Whatever you want to talk about. We just, shooting the shit, Like I said, the number's up in there. Re-scroll through there and you'll see it. You'll see the number. I don't want to say it out loud, because then it'll be on a replay. I'll be getting people hitting me at the wrong time when I ain't even on a live. So the number's there. If you want to call in, like, hey Rick, I ain't never called in. I ain't never, chopped it up with you. I just want to say this or say that, or whatever. Hit the hotline. I got it set up now, so we good.
I heard about something else. I just about to around what I did. DMX re-signed with Def Jam or something.
For real? I'm going to have to research that.
I heard about it Sunday. I was like, to go to Google on the phone. I was looking like, DMX signs or something with Def Jam again. I'm like, hey. But I don't know for whatever it was or what did Def Jam do. I don't know what it is.
Okay, Lo said, who was that hillbilly that called in yesterday? Hey, it was someone that just called in. It was, I guess, essentially they revealed it. I was just trying to troll. Well, Sir Bree wasn't having it, so he dealt with them accordingly, and we got him up out of here like we should have. Yeah, see, that's why I want Famo to listen to it, because he ain't got to listen to it. So I know he'll give me some good input after he hears that particular live stream.
Yeah, that's my last time right here. I got it. Yeah.
So what's going on with everybody? What's going on with you, Choice? What's going on with you, Low? What's going on with you, Williams? What's going on with you, Pimpin' One? Who else haven't I mentioned? Well, I mentioned damn near everybody else, so, we still probably got some people out there that's lurking that ain't saying nothing, so, I don't know. If you don't feel like typing, there's a number there. You can hit that line, The line's open. That's right. Now, listen to this, Famo. He said, Choice said, man, I got past the freezing up shit when I was a damn teenager. And that's the truth.
Wait a minute. Say one more time. Yeah, okay.
He said, "Man, I got past the freezing up shit when I was a damn teenager."
Okay.
Yeah, so it
All
should
right.
be no reason why you reach adulthood. When I say adulthood, at least maybe somebody in their 20s might, like 20 or 21, still might freeze up. But if you done hit 30 or 31 and you freezing up, I don't know what to tell you, player. You may not be a player. You may just be
You know what?
a lone fellow.
And you know what? And the dude that froze up, y'all called him family member. He was what in his 40s.
Oh no, that's real bad. That's a real
Wait a
bad.
minute. That might have been 39, 40, but still. And when that happened, he had to be at least at like 40 or 41 at that time.
No. That's a bad look. I ain't freezing nobody no 40. That's crazy.
He was it at that time. Because that was a couple years ago. I was like,
Strictly Mackin came in. He said, "What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Strictly Mackin? Hey, I got a hotline now. If any of y'all want to call in, it's there. Just scroll through the chat and you can hit it." William said he's at the casino. Hey, I hope you're winning big at the casino. You know,
okay, yeah.
hope you're winning big. You know. What's the topic? What do you think the topic is, Samuel?
What did you put? Did you put something?
I said enough is enough. You know, what is the straw that broke the camel's back within whatever situation you may have been facing in life? Is it, you know, you was messing with the broad, she done, you know, wrecked your car for the third time, you're like, nah, I'm just gonna cut it off totally. You know, she's costing me too much money, you know, it wasn't a partner that, you know, been on you too much, or you know you've been having them stay at your crib and things been coming up missing, so you had to sever the connection. I mean, what was enough for you to sever ties with whoever you're dealing with, even family members? You might have a blood relative that, you know, ain't really treating you right, you know, and you gotta sever ties with them, and you got family members in your ear like, you know what, give them another chance. Like, no, I gave them plenty of chances within the world, you know. I'm not their parent. I ain't they keeper like that. You know, I still love them, but from afar.
I was just, or either that, or y'all can put up a topic and see.
Okay, Young Pimpin' One said, "What y'all think about Paul Mooney and Richard Pryor's son and America's homosexual agenda towards black men?"
I just heard what he said, but you want to go first?
Well, I mean, I guess, you know, black men or melanated men, that as we're you know, they try to highly sexualize us, and you know, oh, you guys got this, and you know, it's not hard for you to, you know, get women and things like that, you know. But you know, essentially they got a depopulation program going on, so they don't want men to, you know, black men or melanated men to have what's up, Ali? They don't want melanated men to, you know, connect with women. So you think about it, they put all these different things. Oh, this one could be a potential download dude, or oh, look how the one dude, the football player you talking about, oh, he done did this to this woman, or look at R. Kelly. You know, they want to put a lot of things to put the question mark on the black man, the melanated man. So you know, that'll cause, you know, confusion in a potential suitor woman is mind. Like, I don't know if I should even be messing with him. You know, it's so much stuff in the news media, and you know, people who are hooked on TV, and essentially TV in your hand now. You know, you can watch whatever, whenever. You know, you got one of your people you're taking to the grocery store and you don't want to go. You be scrolling through your phone looking at whatever. So this stuff is bombarding us 24, or now I won't even say 24, 25/8, you know, all this different propaganda. So, I mean, you just got to kind of think outside the box. If you're not thinking outside the box, then they got you because you're stuck in that program.
And he said about the Richard Pryor and about the sun and all that.
Yeah, but think about the outlets that it's coming from. You know, you're seeing this out of TMZs. You're seeing this out of Russians that claim to be also from the turf of the Bay. I mean, come on, man. I don't really hear, you know, outlets that are melanated that are speaking on a positive note, you know, talk about that. You know, Paul Mooney, it has been funny to me. Funny as haha funny. I mean, I think everybody probably knows someone that's, you know, playing for that side and is in their family or something like that. But what does that matter? As long as, you know, that lifestyle is what they doing, it ain't broadcasting me or, you know, affecting me in no kind of way. I really have no issue with that, you know. So
that's what I gotta say is about the country.
You know, go ahead.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that and all this going on with all this thing, because of course I've been caught up about all Rich Pryor. What I'm saying is that, man, is that whereas Richard Pryor Jr., he's never said, or I haven't heard it, he's never said that Paul Mooney done this to him.
That's true. But see, it's spin. It's like, okay, we have these paparazzi that work for this particular news media outlet approach these people in the street and say whatever craziness to them. So they're just trying to go about their day and they're asking them these crazy questions. And you think about it, you gotta be kind of you gotta be calculated in what you say, because they could spin what you say and, oh, you meant this. No, I didn't mean that. Now, Pimpin' One said, I feel like they're pushing. Wait, okay, let me back up what you said. You said true that, and then you said, but they have rappers wearing purses and dresses now. Well, you got to figure they have those rappers wearing those purses and dresses because they probably just, you know, instead of reading their contract that they signed it blindly because, you know, they got a 360 deal, you know, so much money to do whatever that contract stipulates. So if they got what is it? Designers. Okay, we got designers appropriated to you. You gotta, the contract stipulates you gotta wear this dress, or you gotta speak this way. You gotta have these writers. You may not even be writing your raps. You gotta have these writers, you know, put these particular things into your raps to kind of cause dissension, ruffle the feathers, as they want to say, and try to spin these younger minds, because you figure old heads, we ain't going for none of that. But the young impressionable minds, they're going after them. You know, everybody is probably, I'll say, maybe somewhere 25-ish and up. They ain't going for any of that okey doke that they've been running. That's why it seems like, think about it, every decade is always someone that comes out that's, you know, pushing the line on something, you know, right? Like you said, now they had the Snitch 9 dude, you know, he was talking all this, whatever he was talking. And now he's, so they say, up under, you know, pointing the finger at people and everything, but he could have been a plant from the beginning. We don't even know that, you know?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me, he said, I feel like they're pushing it on us. Yeah, they're definitely pushing it on us. I mean, it's always been, think about it like this. If you go back to, what is it? Police Academy. If y'all remember Police Academy. Remember every time, like, when they were chasing a crook, and every time they run into some door and it closed, and like the Blue Oyster, and that funny music get the playing in, and they tangling and all that. That was a subtle way of showing, like, you know, that different kind of lifestyle, you know? So they sneak it in different parts, not just, you know, rapping, in all kind of factions of media. Matter of fact, like I don't know the brother's name, but, you know, the brother that wore that dress tuxedo to the awards or whatever, they want you to soak that in. Like, look, see this? See, it's all right. No, it's not all right. It's just, they're doing that to try to impressionable minds be like, well, maybe I could do. No, this is programming. Understand it for what it is. It's programming. Just like Rambo. There's a new Rambo coming out. Rambo back in the day, he had all kind of guns and he's shooting and killing. But that was during a time when a lot of things was going on in the world. In the '80s, you figure, that's when gangbang was damn near at its height. So you got people really okay. I'm the new Rambo, or my hood, and where I reside at. So people's taking on certain type of mindsets from what they're putting out into the public space. Okay, Choice said, them lame ass rappers accepting that shit just for a check. That sucker shit on them. Right. He said, hell to the no, we ain't. Because, we're older now. We ain't going for that. Like, oh. And think about the people that's promoting that. Either it's turncoat, melanated people at lower level positions, higher than a rapper, but, a little bit elevated than a rapper. But then it's, always a melanated person that, owns these record labels and thinks they can dictate what, brothers and sisters would like. No, it's the agenda that they want to push off on us. That's what I would say for younger brothers and sisters. Never get it twisted. They're trying to push an agenda. They think about it like this. Why does I'll bring it back to this. Why does this Russian, he interviews a lot of melanated people. He throws in a couple of people that may not have melanin. But why doesn't he interview, the person that runs TMZ? I've never seen that. Why doesn't he interview them? Why doesn't he talk harshly to them if he has ever interviewed them? Or then when I say harshly, things that like, okay, well, yeah, you got the guy that, because think about this, nobody talks about this. They're talking, on this Russian's channel, they're talking about, yeah, look, we got this person's girlfriend reading all the stuff that he said to them people. Well, why don't you got the person that got the tape for when OJ, went and reclaimed his stuff? Why don't you got the person that actually instigated all of that and got immunity? Why don't you have the person that actually, runs TMZ on your program to speak about how he got that situation to jump off? Because essentially that particular video, and you can't even find it. I challenge anybody on here to try to find that tape that they played with OJ, going off up in the casino hotel room. It's been scrubbed, but this particular video is what made TMZ what it is. You still there, Famo?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. You got to look at it like that. They want us to pay attention to all this other stuff. Why aren't you interviewing these people and saying these kind of things that are halfway incriminating and instigating between, people that are melaninless like you? Why don't you do that? Oh, well, you guys like this. No, we don't like this. We don't like to be instigated. Like I said, take it back to childhood. When you're on the playground and you got someone that's oh, this person said this about you, and this person said this. When we know this person has been going in between doing that, usually it's tight on the motherfucker that's instigating. So that's how I look at that person. They're a Russian instigator. I would say some other choice words, but I don't want to say that. But they're a Russian instigator, and claim it's like, look away. I came up in the Bay. I was in the culture. And what do you mean you're in the culture? I mean, we're living the culture every day. We wake up and breathe. We look and see this pigmentation on our skin when the Most High opens our eyes, when the sunrise hits. So I mean, you can't tell me about any of that stuff you want me to look away from. It's like almost like they putting you into a hypnotist trance the more they talk. Like, oh, listen to me. No, I don't want to listen to you. Because the way you move reveals who you actually are. Yeah, and Choice said, okay, Pimple One said church. And then Choice said, cause that punk riding our wave. Most definitely he is. And he said he's a shit starter, drama seller. And he ain't no true media dude. And think about it like this. I don't even know what brothers ain't peeping this? Because we when they had a lawsuit against a brother that's within the rap gang, isn't that
Yep.
kind of how
Yes.
it came about?
Yeah,
So
that's how it came about.
you sue a brother that's in a rap gang for whatever amount that you got.
Yeah, whatever about.
Now you're in position to be able to move in certain circles, you know, and interview people of melon by paying them for them to come on your platform to basically push the narrative of look. It's been going on since the beginning of the time of this. Oh, look! Like it's like a up to date version minstrel show. Look, I got this person saying this, and then let me go talk to this other person that is a regular on my show. But he won't appear on any other people's platforms. That is a brother that reaches out to him. I done reached out to this particular brother, and he ain't never said shit. And I ain't mad at that. I'm mad at that you will constantly go on a platform that really, is almost like ridiculing people that got melanin in their skin. I don't want to hear, oh, I did so much. What did you do for the culture? You also throwing a bone to, who knows how much you're bringing in from doing all this instigating and keeping things perpetuating and helping the thriving of privatized prisons and things like that. I ain't with any of that. I don't be asking nobody no kind of question. If you hear any of my interviews, I don't be doing this person, what do you think about this person? Where it's going to cause some kind of rift. Because brothers won't even mess with you if you move like that. But if this person that is melonless, that is a Russian, can ask questions like that, I mean, why is he getting a pass if you wouldn't give your brother that pass? I wouldn't even do that anyways. But why? I don't understand this.
I don't understand it either, Lee. That's all I'd be like.
Now, Lowe said they say that new Joker movie could cause violence. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to check it out. I haven't seen it. I mean, it looks different. I'll just say that from the previews and trailers I done seen, it looks different. It's unlike any Joker interpretation I've ever seen before. So I have to check it out and see what hidden messages are in there. Because when I watch movies, it's not so much for the storyline, it's for what they're not telling within the movies. Like, wait a minute, they done said this. Why? Because think about it like this: whatever you see in the movie, it's in there for a reason. It ain't like coincidence. Because you figure they go, okay, we're gonna have this kind of car in here, and then he's gonna be wearing this kind of thing, and then he's gonna present this in a certain kind of fashion, and these people are gonna come in the scene at a certain. It's you got to pay attention to everything within the scene of movies and what they're not saying. Matter of fact, let me redrop that number just in case someone wants to come in. Go ahead, Famo. What you gotta say?
That new Joker movie, it's been out?
I don't think not that long.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Joker movie. Okay, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It ain't been out that long, but yeah, I need to.
I want to say
take a look at it.
I want to say it's supposed to be based in like the 70s or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen like previews. I just probably forgot.
Yeah.
I probably just gotta re-see it and be like, okay, this is the third. Yeah, man.
Huh.
Talk about that Russian dude.
Right. Yeah, everybody know who the Russian is.
Yeah,
just ain't gonna give him a privilege to say his name.
Right. Cause like I said, it seems like to me, like when I see some of this stuff, cause I watch other, cancer podcasts, so like, every time I see him and somebody says something like, yeah, cause I was brought up here, I was raised in the bay and all that. I be looking like, but where was you? Cause there's different set parts everywhere.
Right. It's different parts. Like, that's the safe part of the city. What are you talking about?
Right. Yeah, you told me, you could be the safe part. I mean, you wasn't down in the towns when everything was going down.
Right.
Because ain't nobody said that you was there with him.
Right.
We listened to
it's like baseball. Safe! He's safe!
Yeah,
the safe areas, and every town got some. I'm sure, Choice. I know you know all the safe parts in Milwaukee. I'm quite sure you know all the safe parts in East Cleveland, Low. I know y'all know. So when you be hearing people, I was from here. What part? I want you to tell me what part, because then I'll know. Oh, you was from this part. Yeah, you was from the safe part. I want to hear that. Okay. Troy said that damn movie ain't gonna cause no more violence than the things already going on. Them pale folks been violent, most definitely. Matter of fact, I watched the and I applaud you. I mean, I applaud anyone to go over there to Real Black YouTube and watch all those Dick Gregory's, all those Dick Gregory's you guys posted up. You know, Dick was basically saying, you know, they got a thing within inside themselves where they want to, they have a what's the like a hunger to kill, you know, for destruction. And you know how he was, you know how he was breaking it down so articulate. I'm like, man, it's like I had to, you know, replay a few times. Like, wait, he said this. Wait a minute. Okay, he meant it like that. Oh, you know, it gets you to rethinking things that you done seen probably hundreds of times every day, and then you reevaluate it. Like, man, I never thought about it like that. So it's like you get a brand new interpretation. You see things with new eyes.
And it's another thing that the other week you talk about that, you know, going back to that Russian dude, but it's like, let's say you hear me somebody and they'll talk about a female or something, it seems like you're like, yeah, because you know, I'm messing with them black women, you know, and it's like he emphasizes on that, like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I can't stand emphasizing. When just like you said, I dated black women. I dated black women, or I got black
I
homeboys.
say he does, yeah. Yeah, I met some black women that, and I, I don't mess with those skinny ones. I mess with thick ones. I mean, that's my preference. I'm kind of looking like, well, if it's your I mean, what do you it's like you're emphasizing.
Right. The
to make the interviewer believable, you know, like, I'm like, man, whatever you know, if you mess with, you know, whatever, but it's like you're emphasizing on that.
But what it is, he's fearful that someone's gonna pull his card in the conversation. Like, what are you talking about? No, no, I was just saying, like, what are you talking about? Why you gotta even say this to me? Because I got melanin pigmentation, and you think I want to hear that or something? What if I told you I didn't like any of that? What you just said? How would you react from that then? Because you're assuming. I would just say that just to throw him off. You would tell he would be off kilter if you did that. Like, well, I was just, man, get out of here. What's the other one? He tried to downplay when someone walked off his show too. That's one too. He tried to downplay that, like, oh, it wasn't that serious. Well, if they walked off your show, that means it's quite serious. That'd be like me doing an interview and I say something stupid. They straight hang up on me. I can't get them to call back. So how can I really complete the interview? Because they hung up because I said something idiotic, you know. But that's to save face so they could keep getting, you know, melanated people on their program. So they want to try to, you know, do that kind of punk ass spin. Okay, Troy said everything that they have, they killed and stole from somebody. Most definitely. But then want to point the finger at, other people on a planet and be like, you're doing this. No. Remember, the victors are the ones that rewrote the rules. You know, so whatever they say, that's, you know, they don't want to show what they really done. They want to put it off on everybody else. Like, hey, no, look over there. Don't look over here. Look over there. You know, that's what it seemed like. How this country is like, don't look over here. Look over there. But if you're already in the house, you already know what's going on in here already. So you can't tell me look over there when I see all this filth and all this nonsense going on that you ain't, owning up to and really living like. Man, time flies. We've been on 49 minutes. I guess nobody want to chime in. If nobody want to chime in on an actual call, I'll just knock the numbers out and try again another day or something like that. But I appreciate y'all, lending your opinion in the chat. That's what makes this particular live stream go on and going in different directions that wasn't expected. In fact, let me make sure everything is copacetic with that, because it's something else that. Where is that at? Okay. All right. So anything else? Anything else? Anything else?
Anything else? I was trying to wait for everybody out here to kind of they did.
Right. Matter of fact, I ain't seen no Lisa Smith or nothing in the comments. Usually she be up in here, but then again, like we always say, she be like, "I'm making moves. I gotta get to the money." Now you tell me, Famo. We're gonna say this on here, so she'll hear it. Matter of fact, anybody that caught Lisa Smith on here, I conversed with her, and she said she didn't sound like she was mad. What's your take? What do you think when you heard her? Do you think she sounded like she was mad and hot and upset?
On the one from the other day?
Yeah. The one I want to say. I think it was surprise, surprise, I'm back. That one.
Okay, but remember I gotta listen to the other half. But from what I heard, okay. Yeah, from what I heard, it didn't seem like she was mad. It just, not mad. It just seemed like she was kind of, to me, it sounded like she was irritated about something.
Right.
Now, she wasn't mad, but it just seemed like irritated or something was just kind of bothering her.
Right.
I was just saying, something was kind of bothering her.
No.
That's what I took from that. From what I heard, because I listened to that, but yeah, from what I heard. And I feel like something was kind of bothering her.
Now, let me read these comments. Troy said, did anyone see that Revolt special?
Which one, Troy?
And he said, okay. And he said, Lowe said, I think enough is enough when you get tired of going through the same situation. That's true. That's very true. And then Troy said, a little something she wasn't laughing. I know that. And then he said, she was about to hang up. Yeah, she did say that too. Like she was like heated. And then Lowe said, nah, she didn't sound mad to me. But like you said, it seemed like something was irritating her then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was like something that was kind of irritating her. Well, bother, irritated, to me, that's what I get that, that was from that.
Okay.
That was irritating. So either something's irritated or bothered her, kind of the same. That's what I got from it.
Okay, he said the new Revolt special with Killer Mike and T.I.
No, I didn't. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it, Trace.
Yeah, I only seen like clips of it. I ain't seen it all the way through.
Yeah.
So I can't give enough, to weigh in on it. Well, I know they were going in on, I forget the female that was on there, but she was backing all the, the people that usually try to cause, issues with melanated people. So, well, really both sides called.
Was that lady named, what was her name?
You know who I'm talking about, though. It was a female, though.
Yeah.
She's talking sideways. But they need, they gotta have people like that Oh, he said Candace Owens. Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah. I haven't seen it, Choice, but like I said, I've seen like a clip and then I've seen, what was said. But yeah, I need to like watch those.
This thing, I bet you get paid handsomely to be a trigger person. It's always some trigger person that said everything that they know is going to irritate, someone that, has been living a way that is contrary to what they're speaking about. So that's how I look at it. Like, even like last night, if y'all was peeped that replay, or were actually in it, when they were saying what they were saying, it was like, okay, I'm gonna say this now. Now you guys are gonna get mad. That's almost like I know I can make you mad. No, you can't make me mad.
Right.
I have control over my destiny. You don't. But that's what they do. They use certain words to try. Oh, look, I use this word, so you're gonna get mad now. As long as you're not touching me, as long as you can't actually, physically stop me from doing something, then your little opinion or assessment is null and void. Essentially, I'll just clown you. Essentially, what Sir Breed, he took him to school like, you a pig farmer. I'm telling you, family, you gotta listen to it. I was dying at half of the stuff that Sir Bree was saying because he was hitting home to the ignorance dude was trying to spout. The second dude, he's oh I don't like America and all this. Like, am I supposed to get mad about that? I mean, that's your opinion. Matter of fact, after I get off this, I might have to re-listen to that part myself because I'm like, gosh. I mean, but we got people on the world like that try to figure, oh, we seen on the news these people get like this, so maybe we could talk to them like that. And matter of fact, I want to say it was some I think a female called Elaine. She kept saying, "Hang up, hang up, hang up." I'm like, I'm gonna hang up, but first I'm gonna let the points be made, and then I'll hang up. Because you could tell on certain parts they were stuck. They don't know what to say. I mean, the one just kept trying to throw epithets out there and say stuff. I'm like, okay, and you took all this time out your life for that? Come on. You could be putting your time to something more productive than trying to, okay, I'm gonna get a rise out of somebody by saying something. No, I ain't going for that. Yeah, Troy says Sir Breed had me cracking up. Yeah, cause he was cool and calm with it. Man, he was like, you know what you be doing to them pigs? I'm like, God damn, he's fucking them up. He said, you a pig farmer. Hopefully it breathes in here and catch the replay. He agree with everything I'm saying. I ain't saying it wrong. Okay, Don, yeah, you was up in here last night. Matter of fact, you came on the line for a little second. Yeah, he said straight up last night was real. Right. I mean, we were chopping, different areas. At first, a lot of people were thinking, oh, but you got to figure we all got our own standing and way we think. Think about it. When from childhood, that kind of molds us, and then you get kind of in your teens and your young 20s, you kind of start seeing life a little bit different. Then you're going through your 20s, you start experiencing your life, and then you get into your 30s. You're not all the way set in your ways, but you're still trying to find new ways of thinking and things like that. So by the time you head to your 40s, you're kind of like, okay, I ain't 20 no more. I ain't no 19 and 18, but I can see the error of my ways. And if I can, plug in with another little young brother to help him detour him from going certain routes, I'm gonna do that. Because we know it was someone, even if you listened to him or didn't listen to him, it was someone when you was coming up trying to pull your coat to something like, hey, young brother, you shouldn't, I mean, I know you're gonna do what you're gonna do, but maybe slow down and take the time to think about which route you trying to run. Okay, Troy said, and I think the young brother took something away from it, which what this is all about, most definitely. Matter of fact, he's right up in here, Choice. You know, Don Danye, that's the brother that actually called in. Oh, he said, I wanted Elaine to call her ass in. Yeah, because she kept saying, get off. I'm like, I understand. I mean, I look at it like this. I'm not the type, oh, he don't said these words. I got to get him off. I don't know how to respond to that. No, I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to give you some truth. And you seen Sir Bree was handling them. So, yeah, after a while, when you're not speaking any kind of sense anymore, then it's like, okay, we done kind of beat you up ideology, you know, with our mentals. Now all you got is these little small little epithets. Okay, you're out of here now. You got to bring something to make me shut up. Put me in a position where, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. You ain't never gonna be able to pin me like that. Yeah, most definitely. You did. Okay, I'm glad you did. You know, like I said, it's a lot of people, and I don't have to name them, but it's a lot of people on YouTube platform and Facebooks and Instagrams, and you know they claim to be former whatevers. You know, live life. Live life. Chop it up with people that don't live life long. Whatever walk of life they are. Not okay. I gotta get this type of information just from these type of people. No, them type of people got all kind of people within their life, just like you got within your life. You know, you want to talk to someone that's weathered certain storms that maybe similar to what you going through, or you know maybe you may go through, but not oh okay I'm subscribing only to this particular thing. This person got all the information locked down. But if they did, they wouldn't be, you know, some of them in fucked up positions trying to, you know, beg men for, you know, coins. I'll put it like that. Let me put it up there one more time. Hopefully, if not, give it one more time. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, the rare cases, like I never know how any of these live streams are gonna go. You know, it depends on who actually comes in and who's like, oh, okay, I'll actually call in, or you know, I'll throw up this comment, or I'll throw up my statement. You know, and then how people respond back and forth. So you know, that's why I kind of like doing lives. Like I do a video, you know, it's a topic. We chop it up on whatever the topic is, and then maybe afterwards or during, depending if I got it going as a premiere where you can comment, or you know the comments afterwards. You know, but to me these live streams, you know, whatever someone's going through, like when James came in, he was saying yeah he's having child support issues. You know, he was weathering the storm on that. You know, and you know we were all powwowing on since he's been on his p's and q's. You know, as long as he got everything going in his favor, he should be able to weather this particular storm. You know, but not every brother can powwow with someone like that to get that type of um information that will help them in their sojourn. You know, and that's why I treasure. I look at it like I have intelligent brothers that come in to these live streams or connections that I do. Because you see, the times I do have King Righteous on, he always imparts something too that can put something on your mind as well. So I try to have all different kind of walks of life and different experiences because we all live in life and we're gonna experience different things in this life. So if I could put in touch a young brother or even an old brother in touch with a young brother, like okay, I done got this old, and we moving in a technology range. I ain't too keyed in on technology. Maybe this young brother could kind of put me up on game, or I won't even say game, put me up on information intelligence that's gonna further me doing what I need to do, operating through these days and times, and that's a good thing. Okay, Don Daniel said that's real. You got to be able to take the best parts of wisdom, not all of it. Sometimes it's just for you. Most definitely, just like a church sermon. I mean, it depends on the type of preacher that's preaching, but it's always someone feels in that sermon, he's speaking directly to them. Like, man, it seems like you're speaking directly to me. I've been going through this in my life, and you just started opening up and going into this and breaking it down, and how you think about it when you go into church. Don't just some people if you go to church, if you attend church, if you attend any type of spiritual, trying to get your spirit back in balance, just look at the people that's within there. You may have an old person that's you know, you know, kind of crying to the side, old woman. She might have just lost her husband, and he's speaking something to her to give her courage to keep soldiering on, or a young mother might have just lost her little child to something that was unforeseen. And he's saying something, or they're saying something within the sermon to do that. And let's just say it like this: it don't even have to be a church setting. It could be just like on one of these platforms, someone is speaking about their day. They just ride, out. Some people have their camera and filming them. Like, yeah, you know, I seen this person I went to school with, and they were down and out, and I had my last gift card I didn't even know that was in my wallet, and I gave it to them, and took them to go get something to eat. Just doing something that you would hope someone would do for you, at the time of need. Like, I got this extra whatever. I don't got no problem with giving them this or putting them up on this, because I see they down and out, you know, and you could genuinely feel when someone's, kind of, in dire straits, or something's wrong with their spirit. If you can help balance that, I think you done did your part in that day for the Most High. He put you in that position for that particular reason, and vice versa. Just like you, okay, I caught a flat. Okay, I'm out here on this road. I don't even, know, when the next person gonna come along. I remember I ran out of gas. I was doing something for my partner. I was this one I had my white Fleetwood with the Rolls Royce grill. I'm riding coming back, and I run out of gas right on the freeway. This dude pulled over, and he had a truck with just he had gas cannon and everything, filled my car up and everything. Like, man, I don't need no money. And like, no, I got the money. Like, no, I seen you was in distress. I wanted to help, and help you. I seen you had your people with you and everything, and were you out on this bridge with no gas? So I mean, the Most High put things in our life for a reason. You just gotta pay attention to what's really going on. Okay, Daryl Baker, game time, and then Troy said Danye facts. Let me see. Let me see. That's yeah. So I think I caught up with everything. So, like I said, let me place this number back in just in case anybody wants to call. I need to memorize it, but I don't got it memorized yet. Where is it at? Okay. I know I don't like having dead air because usually if it's a video of you, like, oh, Reeks is doing that, but I try to keep talking so it don't seem like, okay, did they go off, or no? I'm still here. I'm just trying to multitask. What we got to do in this day and age, we multitask, take calls and texts and all kind of things all at the same time. And that's the actual hotline number. You'll be put in touch with me directly. So you hit that line, and we could take the conversation that much more further. You get to say something to me or say something to family. Like, family, I've been wanting to tell you this. I got an issue with you. What you gonna do about it? Anything. Hopefully you don't call in like that. you know, that would be some comedy because I know how he's gonna come at you, but you know, I know it wouldn't be nothing like that. Hopefully, it wouldn't be nothing like that. And we got so
But
many
yeah,
people. Go ahead.
what else? I was about to say, I said, what's the name? I forgot my what I was going to say, man.
Huh.
It'll come back to me. This look, it was something else I was going to say.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
go
matter of
ahead.
fact, it was more than that Paul Mooney because, you know, his sons have, the Paul Mooney thing.
Yeah.
His sons have, come forward and said, you know, of course, you know, sticking up for their dad, Paul Mooney.
Right. Right. Right.
And basically, they were saying on this other little podcast, I got to name it, that they were all like you just said, man, is this all for, you know, basically they said, is this all for like, he said, okay, if they're bringing up this now, he said, their dad, what, probably like 70, 70 died, or basically, he said, just says, they said, what else do they want from our dad? Like, I mean, what do they want? Because he's 70 died, he's got dementia. Basically, they're like, even that Pierre dude said that dude's, that Russian guy said, he said, okay, what do they want from it?
Right.
Okay, I mean, I understand if it, like, and his own son said, you know, if he was underage, then he was underage. But now they're talking about, because like he said, the timelines are not coming together.
Right.
And they're like, first they said he was underage, which Brian did. Now they talking about he was 1920. And like they said, last time we checked, once you're 1920, even if you're 18, you're considered an adult.
Right.
And then they said that his son, Richard Pryor's son, used to pick up, I think he picked up like some hitchhikers one time. They brought him to like his Richard Pryor house when he was like a teenager. I guess they was engaged in whatever, two guys or something. So my thing is be like, okay, so what really? I mean, you know, what happened? Was it to me? I'm like, was it the hitchhikers or was it, who was the what? I don't know. But that's just something I wanted to throw out there because I'm like,
yeah, they just want us to be so focused in so many. Because think about it, they got so many multiple distractions going right now. Okay, look. Oh, well, R. Kelly, he doesn't have any court dates, so we can't bring him up right now. Oh, did you hear the stuff about Terrence Howard? Oh, what retiring? Oh, did you hear about Lizzo? And I mean, why all these different? Oh, did you hear about Meg Thee Stallion? I mean, all of these different things. What you call it said this person's part of this. What does that got to do with anything? Why do I need to know any of this? Is it actually affecting my life that this person is doing that and that? No, it's not. But they want your mind to keep running on unnecessary bullshit. Most definitely. Choice said, I'm going to need these people to respect the dead, period. Most definitely. You know? Like I said, people don't got in the mindset like life is like Grand Theft Auto. You know, you can do all this craziness and you ain't gonna face no repercussions because you know, oh, I could just reset it and go back to the beginning. And no, that ain't how real life works. You face complications. You actually lose people. Think about it like this: you do something stupid and you get locked behind a wall for X amount of years. You could be losing family members, dying off, kids, parents, and you behind a wall. I mean, depending on what place you in, you know, some might let you out to go see that. Some may not. You know, they may feel you too much of a threat. So I mean, it's almost like you're the living dead. Not almost, you're the living dead when you're behind a wall. You know, it ain't like when you're out here free and able to move about. Yeah, Choice said just distractions. Yes, most definitely is distractions on all. Even these ones they say, oh, it's a new iPhone 11. So what? I mean, people that's concerned with that, you can go in the store. Hey, I need a new phone and go buy that. You know, Matter of fact, if you really up on being a photographer, you could have been bought a photography camera that does the same thing that that phone do for a lot less money. But people don't think about it like that. You know, I'll spend this. You just barely paid off the last phone you just got, and quiet as it kept. Okay, they're dropping this one now. Probably maybe a year and a half from now, they're gonna be dropping another one, and that phone's gonna be old. So, like I said, constant distractions. Oh.
I wake up, I'll probably give you about 10 more.
Yeah, I was thinking about slowing it down and getting off. I don't think nobody else really wanna. I mean, like I said, I appreciate those that have came in,
Of course.
but and I think we kind of covered, different areas, so that's cool. That is cool. I appreciate everybody that came in. Nobody else has anything to add, then we're gonna leave out. Let me see, what's the time? Uh, um, okay, Daryl Baker said Paul Mooney said that the industry, well, that is going insane in the brain. Um, yeah, I done seen various times like Hollywood is crazy and things like that. They want to, afflict their sickness upon the public. That's why if you do go watch a movie, don't go watching it for like the trigger points to get you to respond. Try to think about someone's trying to get a reaction out of you, and just kind of set yourself at like, okay, you're not gonna get a reaction out of me, and keep watching it for that type of aspect. You'll see it in a whole different light because you see, once you get triggered, you start going off in a tangent, and then you start missing what they're talking about. So if you don't get triggered and just kind of watch and see how they move, you see what they're trying to put in there for the masses to bite on, because it's filled with triggers. You're gonna say this. Well, if I say this, then people are gonna have a response like this, and they're thinking like, exactly. That's why we got these triggers in there like that. But yeah, matter of fact, I want to say, I don't think. Well, matter of fact, Paul Mooney was on Real Black, so you could type in Paul Mooney Real Black. He's on there. As a matter of fact, I want to say he's in a like a triple goose down coat. Matter of fact, I remember when them triple goose down coats was big. Them joints kept you warm in the winter time. I don't even know if you can find them kind of coats, like, because matter of fact, he got one on in this interview I'm talking about. Matter of fact, he does have an interview with Real Black on YouTube. So go check out Paul Mooney's interview on Real Black on YouTube. That's another one I recommend you watching. You know, that'd be like saying, okay, they're trying to they're trying to draw wedges. Like, okay, he's whatever this lifestyle. Okay, well, think about it like this. Like, someone probably got some handicapped parent or something, like, oh, your mom or dad's in a wheelchair. What does that mean? That just mean they're in a wheelchair. They're still imparting and knowledge to me, and they're loving for me and caring for me. So what does that got to do? Because they cannot walk, that makes them less of a person or something? No, you just seen in a box instead of outside of the box. So I'm already peeping the way you think. I can't be associated with anything like that, because that's gonna put me on a different type of pathway. So that means I gotta eliminate you from my circle. You know, and essentially, like the thumbnail and the title of this video, enough is enough. You gotta understand when enough is enough. You've been submerging yourself around things that is irritating your soul. Is irritating your soul for a reason. You know, that means you got to take a turn and a change for the better. It's like when you're younger, you sometimes you may deal with things longer than you should have to, but pay attention to the cues within your body, within your gut. Like, I shouldn't even be doing this. I got that feeling. It's almost like you having an itch on your back or something. You're not scratching it. Your back is trying to tell you about something, but you're trying to ignore it. You know, you can't ignore it. You got to deal with it. Most definitely, Daryl Baker. Most definitely, it's all about imparting knowledge. And we do that through these interactions. Be it someone actually call in, be it you throw up your comment and I'm elaborating on it or making sure I'm getting the right take on it. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing. But a lot of things kind of got misconstrued and still are in this day and time. You look on certain platforms, people perpetuating that for pay. You know, I don't do any of that. Intuition, most definitely, choice, intuition. Don't overlook your intuition, you know, and because intuition and premonitions run neck and neck. I done had premonitions of death, and you know what? Probably the next 3 to 4 years that came about, that actual death happened within the same way of my premonition that I thought was just a mere dream. It was a premonition telling you this is what's going to happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is what's going to happen. I'm just showing you. Now, how you move afterwards, beyond that, that's up to you. But I'm showing you this for a reason, so you don't become comfortable and complacent within the life you've been living so far. Got to keep that monkey off your back, most definitely. You got to. You got to. You know, anything that's a hindrance, you got to eliminate it. And I know it's not an overnight thing. Just some people like, oh, I'm not gonna eat this food, and you relapse. We know it's relapses. We know people that done, been on drugs and stuff. They say I'm getting off, and they relapse. But it may took them uh, umpteen years, and they ain't touched none of it, or at least you haven't seen them moving like how they used to move, and that's a good thing. And the same thing can go with your vices and things that are toxic to your world. It ain't gonna be an overnight thing like flipping a switch. Like, okay, flip it. I'm done with that. You're gonna go back in that room and occasionally flip the switch every now and then. But to truly win yourself away, I guess you're gonna need some of them type of days till you finally come to the point. Like, you know what? I've been coming in this room enough times. I've been saying it. I'm finally done right now. It's foreclosure on this particular space where I can't come in here no more. Treat it like that. I should write a book, Choice. I mean, I've been saying I wanted to write a book, but my book would be like a book of affirmations. I want to give people positive, something positive that they can go to when maybe their spirits is low. That's why I put what I put in the comment section on YouTube. I want to give someone type of that's because I done dealt with depression too, and I know they say you're supposed to talk with somebody, and but how I look at it, how you turn that around is you you see how you done felt, and it's people that's dealing with that because you can peep the signs because you know how you feel. Think about it like this: comedians, most comedians, and as quiet as they kept, they don't tell it, but most comedians are depressed, but they know how to get you to laugh. Essentially, that's essentially what happened with Robin Williams. Robin Williams was funny like a mug, but he had something in him that had him in a space where he wasn't happy. You know, and even if you could be the most funniest person and happiest person in the room, it's just something within you sometimes that takes you to a dark spot. But to me, what eliminates that, you're doing good for others. That's where the joy comes from. Like, man, I'm actually seeing some change in them. That's helping me. That's helping me. Okay. You said it's a great book deal with the industry. Yeah, that is. His book is great. Matter of fact, hey, go get Professor Ken's book. You know, whatever. If you ain't got it, matter of fact, if you got it, Go get it for someone that you feel that needs it. Hey, I don't pick this up for you. This can aid you in in what you may be facing. You can pick it up like that. I would say lend your copy out, but you know how that be. You lend it out to somebody and it don't come back the way you want it. So go ahead and buy another fresh copy, give it to someone. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay, Choice, you said you be dropping all them jewels on the channel when you ain't even doing a podcast, when you just be writing shit. Never get it back. Yeah, yeah, I just, that I do that in my downtime. Like I wake up and just be like, okay, I'm feeling like this. Let me put this thought together. Okay, uh, I know somebody that done went through this. Let me say this. It's like it just pops in my head, and I just gotta jot it down. I be appreciative if people comment back to it, but most of the time I just put it out there for people to read. Now I've got positive responses like, man, it's like you read my mind or something. But essentially that plays into like the preacher in the church, or com, bringing having a sermon, going on. You're speaking to someone you don't know who, but you're speaking to someone because someone done went through this. That's how I look at it. They say, you got a fellowship with the people in the church, but we're in the world. The body is the temple, and that's the church. We fellowship when we go out in this world. Every day we step on, put our pants on one leg at a time, and able to, get up on our own 2 feet and walk outside that door, and, hopefully have positive interactions. And if we do have a little negative ones, we have enough sense to know how to maneuver out of them particular situations. And if your issue's gonna come, it's gonna come. I mean, you can't turn tail. You gotta just face it like anything else set before you within this world. Okay, Lo, do you think you can look at things the wrong? Why the people who laugh to keep from crying? What's your thoughts on greatness? Well, I kind of spoke on what my thoughts of greatness are. It's like, um, I say it like this. Like my middle name, it has an accent letter over one of the letters. And when I was in school, I used to always have to explain writing that accent letter over my name. But then, once I got to interacting with different people, I knew how to pick out, maybe qualities that they didn't see within themselves. And, I would always say something positive for them to build on that. So, with that being said, it's like my mom gave me the accent letter over one of the letters in my name because to me, it's like I'm highlighting. And that's what I try to do. I try to highlight, you know, what someone can actually do. I always been, you know, not so much like a cheerleader, but someone that like a pep coach or something like that. That like, or be able to pep talk you like, man, you can do this. You can. I mean, yeah, this situation going around right now, but you got your one people right here. They could put you right online with this. I'm always trying to give some kind of way where if they're going dark, you can essentially be that ladder for them to rise up out of that darkness. To me, that's what greatness comes from. If it's especially be able to apply it with yourself when you start, taking yourself there. You're feeling the world is just, coming on top of you and is piling on. You just got to go into that space, that inner space, to try to be like, man, you know, let me get out and walk and aid and assist someone. To me, helping someone within you, within the whatever levels you can help them. That's to me greatness. Being selfless. But not taking advantage of. You don't want to traipse in that. We all know what that feels like. But actually, you know, to me, that's what greatness is. Yeah, definitely inspiring and enlightening. You've been thinking about that lately? Yeah, I mean, that's something I constantly think about. Matter of fact, Famo, if you want to get off, I'll let you get off of the call if you're ready. You ready to get off?
Yeah, here at the crib.
All right. Well, I'll stay on, y'all. But Famo's checking out right now.
All right, y'all.
He's out.
Easy.
I'm still here. Let me see. Okay, Lo, you said like making the best out of a bad situation, knowing it's messed up, but you try to look at it. Yeah, and you got to say that to a fault because you know you do try to make the best out of a bad situation, but if it's having you become less and less of a person that you know yourself to be, and it's almost like you get to a point where you don't recognize yourself. Now that's to me when you went too far, where you can't even recognize yourself, where you can't actually be yourself, because if you be yourself, these people are gonna be feeling you're acting different when actually you're acting like yourself. Let me see. I mean, like people see choice. You said. I mean, like people see something who has quotes unquotes greatness, but doesn't realize it is a journey. Most definitely is a journey. I don't think it's something that you arrive at. It's something that I'll say it's almost like a license. It's when I say like a license, like you gotta constantly renew it. You can't just be like, okay, I'm good. I knew how to drive, you know, and then you get pulled over like, oh, where your license at? Well, I knew how to drive. Like, no, you got to renew this joint. You got to constantly do what it takes to stay in this position. So that's what it comes with greatness. I mean, you got to keep renewing it. You got to keep doing the things that led up to that. Not that one moment, like, well, that one time, but you living like this now. That ain't greatness. And it ain't nobody else's definition of what greatness is. It's greatness to yourself. Greatness, I'm gonna try to do the best I can do. I want to do cause more positive than more harm. You know what I'm saying? I want to give more than I actually have to be. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Take, take, take. Essentially, and that's what Pac said. If you watch one of them interviews, I want to say it was MTV interview. He said, "Gimme, gimme, everybody." So gimme, gimme, gimme. Take, take, take. That's the. You don't want to be like that. You want to, hey, every occasionally you're gonna get something given because that's just how the universe works. It's a give and take, just like karma. Karma. I think about it like this. You done did something bad. This is my philosophy. You done did something bad. You done did something wrong. Well, if you done did that, you know what that means? That means you have to just out of the blue do something where why did he do that? Like because I know I don't put out so much negative out in this universe, I know it's bound to come back. Well, at least if it comes back, hopefully it'll be less harsher because I did something selfless, something that was unexpected. Essentially, I was a vehicle for the Most High to aid someone that was down and out and didn't know where their help was coming from. So hopefully that can offset whatever may be coming my way. That's how I look at it. Maybe it may not be people that look at it like that. I do, because you could get positive karma. Okay, you did this. This is why this come back. But if you putting out that negative energy, that'll definitely attract and come back. So hey, to offset it, hey, let me just do this. Oh, why are you doing this? You want something in return? No, I just kind of want something you know, lessening, what I've done within the past. But if it's aiding and helping you, I'm all for that. So that's my philosophy on that. Yeah, I think Famo he was starting to get tired. I think he had a long trying day, so he was starting to get a little tired. But yeah, he'll see this replay and say you seen that you said peace to Famo Low. That's what's up. And I appreciate all the ones that like this particular live stream. If you haven't liked it, hit the like button. Hopefully, that gives a better placement to getting these notifications sent out. Okay, what do you think about people who do wrong and play the victim? Well, I mean, I done came across a lot of people that, you know, hide their hands when they done call something, but once you call them on it, they want to act all crybaby-ish and things, you know. I mean, ain't too much you can do about that. They're just revealing who they are, who they truly are. I mean, you just gotta move accordingly. Try not to stay, you know, stuck on that particular situation. But it's hard because us melanated people, when someone feels they done been slighted, they want to talk and say certain things, but with us it can get out of hand easily because we don't like to be crossed. So hopefully, cooler minds prevail and no issues come out of them particular situations. Oh shoot, maybe I should be getting off pretty soon because it seems like when I be on longer, and especially because this device I'm holding, this thing is on flame, so they must be doing something where pretty soon it'll freeze up, and I don't want that to happen because then it's gonna take forever to upload, or they might cut out portions of what was said, so then it'll seem like it's not making sense. So I'll give it. We're at 96 minutes in. I'll give it to 98. Nobody come in with any more comments, questions, or want to actually spark a dialogue with me throwing out the hotline. We can wrap it up. We could do this thing again tomorrow. Like I said, every live stream is different. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that too. I think a lot of things been covered. Like some people can't admit that they was wrong. Yeah, yeah, but that's something within them. That's something within them that they're running from. Like I said, if I know I've been wrong, I'm gonna call myself on it. I expect that if I've been wrong, red-handed, wrong, I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. I ain't gonna be up here. No, I was wrong because this. I mean, that just makes it worse. But some people got different ways of thinking of things. I mean, you start getting off track when why can't they do? I mean, then you're it's like they're in your head. They got you programmed. You following their program because then it's like, okay, now I got to do this to prove whatever. No, I ain't got to do any of that. So we got the countdown going. We about 15 seconds away from 98 minutes. I enjoyed everybody that came in and lent their comments and statements. I appreciate it. Yep, most definitely, Choice. Some people got a flawed way of thinking, and it shows. It shows. You know how some real 100 caliber people move. It don't even have to be a question, but once them same kind of issues run across the other person, you can see where they're actually faulty at, and that lets you know you can't move around individuals like that. You gotta part ways from them. Well, I appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, join me again. I have another colorful top and a colorful thumbnail up tomorrow for whatever, whichever way we're gonna take it. I might start putting little small topics and then we could bounce it back off into something else. But I'll lead off with one topic and then if it turn into something else, it turn into something else versus a straight freestyle. So hey, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, y'all stay y'all keep it peaceful. Hopefully, any issues that come about, you know how to tackle it. Hey, stay up and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Have a good one.